Did you
Plus,
like
we took
it?
it live. We were the first sort of rave bands to take it live, and do things like the G-Mex in Manchester, like a big, that was 10,000 people gig. This was not normal. This was, pioneering stuff,
Well, we'll talk
And
about that G-Mex gig actually. What was that day like?
oh yeah, amazing. Yeah. We did one in 90, I think it was, with Happy Mondays. We were the support band on the
Yeah,
Happy Mondays one. And that was an incredible atmosphere. It was right at the peak of Manchester. And the atmosphere was just incredible. It was like a gathering of the tribes, it just felt a moment in history, that gig. And then it became like a badge of honor to try and do the G-Mex. A lot of the other bands, like in Spirals, did it.
yeah.
It was like you have to prove yourself and do it. Well, we managed to do 2 nights of it. So that was, yeah, re very validating, at that point in time. There's a film on YouTube about it, 808 State G-Mex. Turbo rave is what we call it. We assembled the loudest PA system we could possibly put together for that. It was like your balls shook and your kidneys wobbled. It was something. So yeah, and what struck me about that is the age group was really, really young because a lot of early teens couldn't go out raving or didn't, not officially. Do you know what I mean? And it was like you put on an event like that, and it's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a parent-friendly rave, but it was accepted that you could be underage and be there.
Yeah.
And that's the whole vibe you get in that video. They interview a load of kids outside the G-Mex, and it's like, wow, they're all like 13 and stuff. So it shows you that the older generation that were going out raving had an effect on all the kids coming up. And you got to remember that the media wasn't had only just cottoned onto it by that point. People like the enemy were really slow in picking up on the rave thing. They were more happy if you played guitars, so the Stone Roses would be on the cover, or guitar bands fitted there. And there was no internet to spread this stuff back then, you know what I mean? But eventually, like, they had to acknowledge that the electronic music scene uh, had moved into prime position.